is fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 23 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 17 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On second down, Gordon once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Bridgewater to Sutton, first down, Denver.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Cleveland offense making their way out.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They find some open field here.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pickup there of 22.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space with big guys leading the way.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Mayfield off the play fake. Going deep here for Landry. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That that punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
And didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Gordon on first down. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney. Everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are the things you have to look out for in games like this.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And partner. They're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity. For his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater on the slant, completes to Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Bridgewater on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. McManus able to put it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Play fake. Bridgewater. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Landry. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Landry again the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC. Saints and Seahawks live from Lumen Field in Seattle. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. Field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And let's look at their passing game, more specifically their receiving game. These guys have been great out wide.
I'm with you on that one. We'll look at it, and we'll enjoy it, and actually marvel at it. These guys are making every catch possible. Boy, have they been fun to watch in this game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. is way down deep in Denver territory.
And there's another one-hander by Odell Beckham Jr. I almost get the sense that he's not happy if he has to use two hands nowadays.
Exactly. Well, we've all seen it, him going through those warm-up routines before the game. It's almost comical how good he is at grabbing a ball with one hand.
And I like what you just brought up there. He works at it. All right, those one-handed catches, they're not strictly by accident.
And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Chubb going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Chubb again. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. This is Gordon as they go to him again. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down, Gordon. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Bridgewater now from the 50. He's got his tight end fan. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 36, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
What a banner year in 2020 for Myles Garrett. Gets his Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the first time in a long time and had 12 sacks to lead his team. He's averaged more than 10 sacks a year in his 4-year career and was named All-Pro for the first time after the 2020 campaign. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Landry again, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They are happy to welcome him back.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. The It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater.
Out quickly to Judy.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st down, Bridgewater. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the gun, Bridgewater.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler.
His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now McManus for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Another opportunity now for the Browns offense, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 32. 47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Mayfield down. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A first down throw from Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And that'll set him back 5. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle to Beckham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Browns on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Kick is indeed good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to... Take over here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Bridgewater finding Judy there for the Bronco first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Bridgewater to throw it. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Bridgewater again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
McLaughlin for the extra point.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game, and he's up. At the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bridgewater.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 44. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the sign.
They talk about it all the time, but still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass. We'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it. Though, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.